The hum of machinery, the smell of steel, the heartbeat of a nation's economy. For decades, American manufacturing seemed to be fading, a relic of a bygone era. But what if I told you that in 2025, something remarkable is happening? A massive push to bring factories, jobs, and innovation back home. Is this the long-awaited resurgence, or are we on the cusp of a new, complex battle for industrial dominance? Today, we're dissecting the current state of U.S. manufacturing. We'll explore the latest trends, the ambitious government policies fueling revitalization and reshoring, and the formidable challenges threatening American industrial competitiveness. This isn't just about economic numbers. It's about national security, innovation, and the very fabric of American prosperity. To understand today, we must glance back. From the post-Industrial boom to the late 20th century exodus, American manufacturing underwent a profound transformation. Companies chased lower labor costs and less stringent regulations overseas, leading to a significant decline in domestic production and millions of lost jobs. This offshoring trend created intricate global supply chains, often valued for efficiency, but vulnerable to disruptions. Fast forward to today, and the tide appears to be turning. The U.S. manufacturing sector is projected for a significant recovery, with a 4.2% increase in overall revenues and a 5.2% rise in capital expenditures predicted for 2025. This optimism is fueled by strategic investments in improved technology and automation, sustainable initiatives, and a push for greater transparency across supply chains. The reshoring movement is gaining serious traction. In 2024 alone, 244,000 U.S. manufacturing jobs were announced via reshoring and foreign direct investment, FDI, continuing a strong trend that has seen over 2 million jobs brought back since 2010. High-tech industries, particularly computer and electronics, electrical equipment, including EV batteries and solar, and transportation equipment, are leading this growth, accounting for 88% of 2024 jobs in high or medium-high tech sectors, rising to 90% in early 2025. Driving much of this revitalization are bold industrial policy initiatives. The CHIPS and Science Act, enacted in 2022, is a monumental effort to bolster the U.S. semiconductor industry. With approximately $52.7 billion in funding for manufacturing, research, and workforce development, plus a 25% tax credit, it aims to reduce reliance on foreign chip production and strengthen national security. Major players like Intel, Samsung, and TSMC have announced billions in investments for new fabrication plants, with some beginning mass production in 2025. Equally impactful is the Inflation Reduction Act, IRA, signed in August 2022. Earmarking $369 billion for clean energy and climate initiatives, the IRA has spurred a new wave of clean manufacturing, particularly in electric vehicles, batteries, and solar panels. By May 2024, the IRA had already led to 362 large-scale clean energy projects and over $132 billion in total capital investments, with 116th and 459 jobs expected. These incentives are reshaping the U.S. industrial landscape towards sustainability. However, this resurgence is not without its thorns. The most pressing challenge remains the persistent workforce shortage and skills gap. Despite an 83% rise in manufacturing apprenticeships over the last decade, Deloitte projects 2 million unfilled manufacturing jobs by 2030. An aging workforce and a mismatch between available skills and the demands of advanced manufacturing mean factories struggle to find qualified labor. Supply chain volatility, though stabilizing, continues to be a concern, with rising transportation costs, supplier bottlenecks, and material scarcity disrupting operations. Manufacturers are grappling with rising raw material and labor costs, alongside higher interest rates, squeezing profit margins. Furthermore, fluctuating trade policies, including tariffs and regulatory uncertainty, create a turbulent environment, forcing companies to constantly adapt. Looking ahead, Technology will be both a solution and a demand. Manufacturers are heavily investing in automation, AI, and IoT to enhance efficiency, reduce costs, and address labor shortages. Digital transformation, smart factories, and data analytics are becoming imperative for competitiveness. Sustainability and decarbonization are also growing priorities, driven by both corporate goals and regulatory frameworks. So, who stands to gain and who risks being left behind? Winners are clearly the high-tech sectors like semiconductors, electric vehicles, batteries, and solar. States like Texas, South Carolina, and Mississippi are becoming new industrial hubs, attracting massive investments. Companies that proactively invest in advanced technologies, robust workforce development, and resilient, localized supply chains will thrive. The potential losers are those slow to adapt, clinging to outdated offshoring models without considering the total cost of ownership, and regions failing to cultivate a skilled labor force. For American manufacturing to truly reindustrialize, several lessons are clear. Firstly, massive investment in skilled workforce development, perhaps modeled after German apprenticeships, is paramount. Secondly, companies must embrace a total cost of ownership, TCO analysis, which factors in hidden costs like geopolitical risk and supply chain volatility beyond just upfront price. Finally, policymakers need to ensure stable, long-term industrial policies that reduce uncertainty and encourage sustained investment. The narrative of American manufacturing is one of resilience and transformation. While significant progress has been made, particularly through targeted industrial policies, the road ahead is fraught with challenges. The interplay of technological advancement, workforce dynamics, and geopolitical shifts will define whether this is a temporary rebound or a lasting reindustrialization. The future of American industry is being forged right now, brick by economic brick, code by code, and skilled hand by skilled hand. As of early 2025, several key indicators signal the robust activity within the sector. Manufacturing production saw a steady increase, reflecting growing demand and expanded capacity. Capacity utilization rates reached new highs, demonstrating that factories are operating closer to their maximum potential. This indicates strong confidence in future orders. New orders for manufactured goods also surged, providing a clear signal of continued expansion. This sustained demand is crucial for long-term growth and investment. Employment in manufacturing, though still facing gaps, showed a net gain in 2024 and early 2025. This reflects the impact of reshoring and new facility openings. The global economic landscape remains a double-edged sword. While some regions face slowdowns, demand from key international markets for U.S. high-tech goods remains strong. Geopolitical tensions continue to influence supply chain decisions. Companies are increasingly prioritizing resilience over cost, favoring domestic or nearshore production. The push for cleaner energy is not just environmental, it's economic. The IRA has catalyzed a massive investment wave in green technologies, creating new manufacturing niches. Electric vehicle battery manufacturing, once dominated overseas, is now rapidly expanding across the US, with gigafactories popping up in several states. Solar panel production, from silicon ingots to finished modules, is also seeing a renaissance. Domestic content requirements are boosting local supply chains. Semiconductor fabrication plants, or fabs, are incredibly complex and expensive. The CHIPS Act is designed to offset these costs, making US production competitive. The new Intel and TSMC facilities in Arizona and Ohio, respectively, are monumental projects. They represent billions in investment and thousands of high-skilled jobs. Beyond the big names, smaller, specialized chip manufacturers are also benefiting. The Act supports a broader ecosystem of innovation and production. Addressing the talent gap requires a multi-pronged approach. Vocational schools, community colleges, and industry partnerships are crucial for training the next generation. Attracting younger workers to manufacturing is vital. Modern factories offer high-tech, challenging roles, far removed from the dirty, dull, and dangerous image. Resilience in supply chains means diversification. Relying on a single source or region is a significant risk that current events have starkly highlighted. Localization is key. Bringing critical components and processes closer to the final assembly reduces lead times, transportation costs, and vulnerability. Automation and AI are not just about replacing jobs. They're about augmenting human capability. They create new roles focused on programming, maintenance, and data analysis. Predictive maintenance, quality control, and optimized production schedules are all being revolutionized by AI. This leads to fewer errors and increased uptime. The energy transition presents both opportunities and challenges. While new green industries emerge, traditional sectors must adapt to stricter environmental regulations. Carbon footprint reduction is a major corporate goal. Manufacturers are investing in renewable energy sources, energy-efficient processes, and sustainable materials. States with strong vocational programs, attractive tax incentives, and robust infrastructure are pulling ahead in the race for new factories. The total cost of ownership is a crucial metric that goes beyond simple labor costs. It includes logistics, quality control, intellectual property risks, and geopolitical stability. Companies that embrace this holistic view are more likely to make sustainable reshoring decisions, prioritizing long-term value over short-term savings. Policy stability is critical. Frequent changes in tariffs, subsidies, or regulations create uncertainty, hindering long-term investment by manufacturers. Bipartisan support for industrial policy, especially in areas like semiconductors and clean energy, provides a more reliable framework for growth. The U.S. is not alone in its industrial ambitions. Other nations are also implementing their own strategies to secure supply chains and boost domestic production. Competition from low-cost regions remains fierce, forcing U.S. manufacturers to innovate and differentiate through quality, technology, and speed. The pandemic exposed vulnerabilities. Now, resilience is the mantra. Building diversified, localized supply chains is crucial for future stability. From microchips to electric vehicles, the demand for high-tech, American-made goods is rising. This fuels the economic engine and creates new opportunities. The workforce challenge is being met with innovative training programs. Experiential learning and apprenticeships are vital for developing skilled labor. Investment in R&D is soaring. American manufacturers are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, driving innovation in every sector. The geopolitical landscape means that national security is inherently tied to industrial capacity. Domestic production of critical goods is paramount. The future of American manufacturing looks brighter than it has in decades. But sustained effort, smart policy, and relentless innovation are key. This isn't just an economic story. It's a story of American ingenuity, resilience, and the determination to build a stronger, more secure future. The challenges are real, but so is the momentum. The choice to reshore, to innovate, and to invest in our workforce defines this turning point. Join us next time as we delve deeper into how AI is transforming specific manufacturing processes from design to delivery. Don't miss it.